video I said that I was going to take you to a place called Llynnon Mill. Llynnon Mill is just situated a tiny distance from the little village of Llanddeusant. However, on the way there I'd like to stop and show you a little gem that's hidden away that very few people actually stop to see. Well, earlier on in the video I said that I was going to show you a little gem that was tucked away, and here it is behind this wall here. It's the church of St Fagel, and we're actually in the little hamlet of Llanddeusant. It's worth noting that a number of churches around Britain, including this church, has been bought up by a group called Friends of the Churches, and what this group does is it tries to stop developers coming in and knocking down decommissioned churches to use the land for development. So really this group, Friends of the Churches, is a worthwhile cause. If it wasn't for groups like these, then generations now and generations to come would miss out on some of the beautiful architecture that Great Britain has to offer. So we're going to move out now. We're going to leave the church behind and we're going to head out now to Llynnon Mill. And here it is, Llynnon Mill. Well, as you can see behind me, this is Llynnon Mill. Absolutely amazing building. It was restored quite a number of years ago, and if I pan round, you can see there the cafe and the gift shop. It's still not up and running properly yet. The backstory to this is that it closed down towards the back end of last year by the local council, and the reason for that was because of the lack of funding. However, there's a guy come up from London who was a chef, and thankfully he's bought the place out. Well, the windmill does offer tours. It's worthwhile coming in and having a look around and see how the thing works. I think it's the only operating windmill on the island of Anglesey now. But I'm going to pan round, and as we walk up towards this fence, you'll notice that there's a couple of roundhouses being constructed. Well, these aren't original roundhouses. They have been built for the public. But as you look over the fence here, you'll see a number of picnic benches for people to enjoy picnics in the summertime. And if I pan round again towards the cafe and gift shop, you'll notice this field here, the large area. The lawns need cutting at the moment. They haven't got round to cutting the lawns, but usually in the summertime there's picnic tables here too for people to enjoy the sunshine. So I'll just pan round a little bit further. I don't know if you're going to pick this up on the camera, but apart from the stunning scenery behind me, you'll notice in the distance there, if this camera does pick up the far distance, part of Snowdonia. And if I go back once more towards the recreational area, I don't know if it's going to pick up the hills behind me there. That's part of Snowdonia as well. It's all part of Snowdonia National Park. As you're probably quite well aware, this is only the second video that I've made for YouTube. And you know, there's a lot to learn really. I keep watching other people's YouTube clips on cycling and the cycling adventures, whether it's bicycle touring or bike packing, and I like to see how the younger people do it. But myself, I'm 58 years old and it's the first time I've ever done anything like this, so it's something that's really new to me. And to be quite honest, I'm enjoying it, but I know that I've got a lot to learn. And I think that's part of the creative process in making these videos. It's learning, looking back at the mistakes you've made in the past and trying to rectify them, try to make it better. And you know, when you look at YouTube's on, well, the YouTube clips that people do, obviously they've already been edited. And a lot of these people are quite professional, and I take my hat off to them. But you see, I've had quite a different history. In the past, I've been a musician, and I was never really interested in filmmaking. Filmmaking never interested me. But now that I've got time on my hands, and I live on such a beautiful island, it just seems a shame to let it go. The scenery that I've actually seen over the past 12 months that I've been on my bicycle. You see, I got my bicycle last March, well, a year this March. I got it in March 2018, and I've enjoyed quite a lot of rides. I've seen a lot of beautiful scenery. And then this year for my birthday, my better half bought me an action camera. And so at the moment I'm not struggling with it, I'm getting used to it now. But I've got to remember how to set up shots. And I know it's not always easy because you've got to make things interesting. And I think that's half the battle, is keeping the interest of your audience. There's something else I've learned as well. When I came out today, I wanted to tell you the history of the church in Llanddeusant, and I wanted to tell you a little bit of history about the windmill behind me here. However, the mistake I made was to put the history on my computer and send it to my phone. When I got to Llanddeusant and I looked on my phone, the information wasn't there. So like in the first video, you learn lessons all the time. And my second lesson is when I want to talk about the history of a particular building or a particular scene, I need to print off a hard copy. Well, I've just been talking to the owner's father of the windmill, of Llynnon Mill, and this coming weekend they're having a grand opening. Very nice gentleman, and he's just asked me if I'd like to help him in preparation for the weekend to put a few 100 metres of bunting on the sails. I don't mind, I've got time on my hands. It'll be lovely, I love it. So it'll be nice that it opens officially this weekend. So let's hope it's a nice weekend, let's hope it's sunny. And let's hope it draws in the crowds. Well, it's been an amazing day up at Llynnon Mill, thoroughly enjoyed it. Another beautiful day in the sunshine. Llynnon Mill is actually officially opening again this coming weekend, the 25th of May. They're having a grand opening, so I hope it's going to be well supported. If I can manage to get this YouTube video out on time, I'd like to encourage all cyclists to descend on Llynnon Mill, give them a helping hand there with the grand opening, support them. It's one of the island's many tourist attractions, and I'm sure everybody will be made welcome. Well, I'm just going to leave you now with a few final clips of this journey as we head back down to Holyhead. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and hopefully in the near future I'll manage to get quite a few more videos up online. Like I said, I'm new to YouTube, so your support's valuable and it's also encouraging. So thank you ever so much for watching, and sit back and enjoy the rest of the video.